The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft. Hello everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I wanted to make something very clear on this particular subject. Fear is really something that's so powerful, and it's not always negative. That's the thing. There's so much power in fear. We know that when it comes to, from what I explained before, when it comes to evil spirits, encounter with a sinister alien, like in my case, that happened before, and also with fairy beings, the list goes on and on. What I failed to realize at first until, I don't know, maybe 12 years ago, I pretty much figured it out, that the power of fear can actually be a good thing. It could actually be a very good thing. Because from what I experienced, I can only speak for myself, and maybe others might relate to this, I don't know. But the power of fear can be used to your advantage. Because it stimulates, the arousal of fear stimulates the entire nervous system up to the brain. And of course, when it comes to the normal type of fear, how bad guys use it to have power of fear over someone else.
No gun. I'm insulted. You could have just sent a thank you note.
I didn't come here to thank you. I came here to show you that not everyone in Gotham's afraid of you.
Only those who know me, kid. Look around you. You'll see 2 councilmen, a union official, a couple off-duty cops, and a judge. Now, I wouldn't have a second's hesitation of blowing your head off right here and right now in front of them. Now, that's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
I'm not afraid of you.
Because you think you got nothing to lose. But you haven't thought it through. You haven't thought about your lady friend down in the DA's office. You haven't thought about your old butler. Bang! People from your world have so much to lose.
Well, I have to say, this is a shame. It's just a shame. Whenever I hear of disloyalty, it hurts me. Hurts me, personally. But this sort of thing must be dealt with quickly and cleanly. unambiguously. I'm sorry, Lee. I truly am. What? No. You've been in secret talks with Klein and Gabler. They approached me. You planned on taking clients with you when you left to join them. You don't understand. I mean, they misread me. I just wanted Klein and Gabler to think that... Terminating an employee is never pleasant. What a pity. You can't get that out of the carpet. Believe me, we've tried. Are you afraid? Well, it's understandable. You betrayed this firm by allying yourself with someone who has given us a great deal of grief. You've stolen important documents from our vault to try to sabotage an extremely important case. And in the course of this egregious behavior, you lied to us. More importantly to me. Did I leave anything out?
No, sir.
Did you actually believe I wouldn't learn everything? Lindsay, this is a delicate moment. I nod to Phil behind me, and he's gonna put a bullet in your head.
I don't want to lie to you. I didn't want to betray you. I just wanted out.
Now, that's one type of fear. And that's something that a lot of people can actually relate to. How someone intimidating can use that to have power over someone else. And it's pretty much like a bully, in a sense. However, there's no paranormal significance to it. Having a gun put in your face by a mafia person, a gangbanger, a thug or whatever, or being attacked by a dog, or being in the woods and encountering a grizzly bear, and you're about to be, eaten or whatever the case may be. That's one type of fear, and that does do the same thing. Gets the blood flowing, and then the entire nervous system, it goes up to the brain, and you have that fight or flight response. But it doesn't necessarily give you power. It can, in a sense, but when it comes to the paranormal, it's completely different. When someone is alone in a house and they hear like a sinister type of laugh, and it's not human, it's not something, whether it's a ghost, an evil spirit, call it what you will, call it whatever you want. Or if you see an apparition of something that's very terrifying, and it's about 6 feet from you, and you just run out screaming like crazy, or just putting up your fists and throwing punches, or whatever your reaction may be. Some people would faint, or some people would just scream and jump up and down. But the arousal of fear at that very moment, there's a particular part of the brain that's activated. And believe it or not, it does give you paranormal powers. But we don't necessarily think about it because of the fact that we don't take notice of it. We're too busy experiencing the terror of this thing that's standing right in front of you, whether it's a ghost or an evil spirit, or hearing something, or feeling somebody next to you and you turn around and you can't see them, or sleep paralysis where you feel somebody standing at the edge of your bed, or you see somebody at a distance in your doorway or on one side of your room and you can't move. That arousal of fear is so powerful. The most powerful thing. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the supernatural. It does activate a part of the brain that actually makes you at that very moment psychic. And I know from experience, when this happened, I actually made objects move at a distance, what you would call telekinesis. And that happened more in one occasion. But it took paranormal fear for that to happen. Electrical impulses that goes to that part of the brain that actually activates the pineal gland or the third eye chakra, whatever you want to call it, temporarily at that very moment. And the thing about it is, when that happens, and you know, I should say, you know at that very moment you can actually use it to defend yourself, you actually can. Of course, not everybody can do it because of the fact that they're freaking out on the experiencing that they're having. If it's something they're not used to, they're not gonna basically be thinking about that. But when you get used to it, with me, I unfortunately had to pretty much experience that ever since I was a little kid. And it happened so many times throughout my childhood, through my teenage years, all the way through my adulthood, up until now. I actually had to get it in a very, very shitty way, but it happened. Maybe it was supposed to happen that way. I don't know. But it is a very powerful thing. Fear of the unknown can give you power. Fear of the paranormal can actually give you a great deal of power that you can use to your advantage. You have no idea how powerful the mind can be. If only you knew. Some of you probably already know. Some of you. Anyways, in conclusion, I hope this makes sense to you. Any questions you may have, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.